Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. Welcome to the Guns and Radio podcast. How you doing, Chris?
Dude, I'm doing good. It's almost the weekend, thank goodness. But y'all are here
Always.
joining us for another brand spanking new edition of Guns and Radio. And you're gonna like the song that we're reviewing if you're a Slash fan, takes. We're going back later on in this show to the third Conspirators album. We're reviewing a song from that album called Read Between the Lines. But
Yeah.
first, we got some shit to talk about, don't we, dog?
Yeah, man. We were talking before the show, and I forgot what we were going to talk about. There was some other
Well, we got
news
some
we
things.
found.
Yeah, we're talking about the Rolling Stones releasing a new album this summer.
So Mason was kind of telling us about this at the end of the live show on Tuesday. So what exactly happened? Did they released it as another band? They released a single as the Cockroaches, I
Yeah,
believe.
I believe it was for Record Store Day. They did this very limited release. It's only like 1,000 or 2,000 vinyls pressed. It was like of the one single that they had, and they released it under a pseudonym, the Cockroaches. And then they kind of, then I think they were starting to tease stuff all over social media. Like you kept seeing like a lot of these billboards, advertisements being placed all around the world in like different languages and stuff. And this ended up leading to the announcement of a new studio album called Foreign Tongues, dropping July 10th.
Wouldn't it be something if that's how Guns N' Roses released a new album? Like you go on Record Store Day, you're like, "What is this? The Burps or some shit like that? Some
Yeah,
stupid looking." And then you take it home, you open it, and when you peel the plastic off, it reveals the actual cover inside.
literally.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Team Brazil is not that fucking clever by any stretch
Yeah,
of the
exactly.
imagination.
You know, that would have been nice. Shadow drop some new shit. Why don't you? Out of nowhere, and the hype gets built up. So many artists have done that, and it really has worked in their favor. And I feel like, if it's something that's really good and if you just like, hey, here it is, people are like, whoa, this came out of nowhere, and I thought, you know, it's good, especially if, like, for you want to build people's expectations up, and then it's just like, hey, you layers of like hype, anticipation. It's kind of like what happened with Chinese democracy. This thing's been in development forever for so long. People in their heads get all these wild, crazy theories and expectations of stuff. Like, why not just shadow drop some shit and be like, here's what we got, you know?
Yeah, because when you let people do that and build it up in their head, it's never gonna live up to what you
It
imagined. I said
won't.
that about the General. It was always gonna suck.
Yeah, and like you can't when you try and please everyone, you kind of end up pleasing no one at that point.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Oh
but
man, what else
speaking
did we
of
have?
this Stones album, I was like, sorry, continuing on with the Stones album, there's gonna be some guest appearances on this one, some interesting ones actually.
Oh yeah,
Paul
who they
McCartney
got?
is gonna guest on the album. Paul McCartney,
That's
Steve
wild to think
Winwood.
about. It's
Yeah,
like the Beatles playing with the Stones.
yeah, that's a crossover that's been waiting to happen.
I know,
It
man.
only took us now.
That'd be like Metallica putting out a CD and it having like featuring Brian Johnson or Angus Young.
Yeah. I mean, I
That'd
think
be
Hollywood Vampires kind of did something similar to that. That was like Alice Cooper and Johnny Depp's kind of thing, where they had like different singers come on and do covers and stuff. And there was one really good one where they did a Brian Johnson doing like a they did like a mix like School's Out, Another Brick in the Wall. It was a really good one. That one I recommend people checking out.
yeah, I'll have to check it out eventually.
Yeah.
But who else they got? Who else is
Steve Winwood, Robert Smith from The Cure, and also Chad Smith from Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
interesting.
And according to a press release, the album was recorded in less than a month, which is insane. 14 tracks in 1 month. Guns N' Roses, 6 songs in 10 years.
I don't know. That's a song every 2 days. Like
Seems like it, yeah.
And they probably recorded all of the songs in like a week, and then the rest of it was just mixing and everything because somebody was actually showing up to work. See, that's
Yeah,
the difference with Guns N' Roses. Nobody was actually working on it.
exactly. Yeah,
So,
there you go.
isn't it wild
I
how
don't
quick
know.
the turnaround can be when people show up and actually, do their fucking job? That's pretty crazy.
They come to
That's pretty
work,
neat.
you know, and not, fuck around.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
right? What it must be like to be one of their fans.
Oh, I know. Ecstatic they'd be. You got two albums in the last, what, like 3 years?
I know, and they're like 100. Like, what
Yeah.
is you guys'
They're in their
excuse?
80s, I think. Dude, insane.
Yeah,
Literally
well,
insane.
new Stones music. That's pretty dope. Anybody else got a new record coming out?
Um, Nothing I'm seeing. Like, at least that's been recently announced.
Hmm. Oh, well. Do we got any more news? Because I have nothing. I didn't write anything down for this episode.
Um, Not much. Oh, wow. In nepotism news, the sons of Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons are releasing a debut album.
Oh, Lord. What's it going
Oh
to be called?
yes,
Actually, I don't know. They might be good.
Stanley Simmons. So it's yeah, Evan Stanley, Nick Simmons. August 28th, their debut studio album, Dancing While the World is Ending.
Huh. Oh, that's pretty apropos.
Literally,
Did you
yeah.
know when we started this podcast that we would literally be talking about Guns N' Roses in the middle of Armageddon? I think I started suspecting it about 2 months into it when the world shut down.
Yeah, well, we started what, September of 2019, and then like the world shut
Yeah.
down about 6 months after that.
Oh, was it sick? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there we were, still releasing our podcast.
Oh yeah,
Granted,
we were
we
doing
had
crazy numbers, man, in 2020. We had to
oh yeah, we
entertain the
did great.
folks, going crazy.
When we were taped 16 episodes in advance
Mhm.
back then. Because we didn't talk about current news and stuff, so
It's true,
which
yeah.
really what were we gonna talk about? We're still at home.
Yep. There's not much going on. I don't know, we started like drudging up games and stuff.
Yeah, the games are fun. I like playing games on here. We're probably going to bring that back and do some more of that later on. I was
Oh yeah.
so close to bringing back Caputo's Court because I heard a really good "Am I the Asshole" this week, but I can't remember what it
Oh
was.
nice.
Maybe I'll have my buddy at work send that to me and bring that back up. That was fun. That was a fun bit. What do you guys think? Do you like it when we play games and do bits? Let us know in the comment section below. Believe it or not, we really do take that kind of stuff into consideration. What you guys want to see, because we're not like a certain band playing Wichita Lineman every fucking night.
Yeah. God damn it.
Let's see. You want to draft some stuff?
Yeah, let's get right into our fantasy rock draft, baby.
Hell yeah.
We're building our teams with legends and risks. A rock lover's dream. Chris picks his players.
Yeah.
Dustin picks his too.
That's
Who
me.
reigns supreme? That's up to you. Fuck yeah.
And it would probably help if I would have thought in advance to go ahead and look at last week's Fantasy Rock draft to see who won, because I don't have the foggiest idea.
I remember I was in the lead for a while. I don't know what the hell's going on now. I may have still won it. I'm gonna double check right now too, actually.
I'm pulling it. I'm pulling it up. I'm almost there. Just
Pull
takes me a
her up.
minute. Oh shit! It was close. It was close. Oh wait, I won.
Holy shit, you pulled ahead.
I actually won one. I didn't think I was going to win this one. So yeah, your
Damn.
boy Dustin Bones with the Beatles, the Doors, and Pantera won with 41% of the vote, which barely beat. You were in second with Sex Pistols, Chili Peppers, and Dave Matthews Band. Jeff with Nirvana, U2, and Oasis was in third, but it was close. Like All
Mhm.
three of us were close. And then in the comment section, Florida Man Pat says Nirvana is the most overrated band in history, and
Yeah.
I
That's what
agree.
every Florida man would say.
If
Yeah.
Jeff hadn't stole all my picks, I would have lost. He might have beat me
Shit, true, yeah.
because everything I was going to pick, he picked first on that turn. So I had to go with my second option every time. I still would have picked. I still would have picked the Beatles if nobody else did.
Hmm.
But yeah, out of yours, I could Dave Matthews Band. Out of mine, the Beatles.
Yeah.
Yeah, and out of his, either Nirvana or U2. It boggles my mind how a band like YouTube that nobody ever listens to sells out stadiums.
Hell, I mean, they were the first band to do the Sphere, and they sold pretty well.
Yeah, well, did they sell it or did the Sphere sell it? You know.
Oh, I think a bit of both. I don't know.
Anyway,
But
today's fantasy rock draft. Last Tuesday on the live show, we read some of the greatest guitar solos ever, according to Rolling Stone magazine and their list of the top 100 greatest guitar solos ever. We didn't really disagree with that, but we also didn't really agree with it either. So we decided that we would draft our picks for the greatest guitar solos ever. So with that, Caputo, you have the overall number one draft pick. What did you pick?
ooh, well, I think for once I agree with the number one on a Rolling Stones list. So I'm gonna go and take Purple Rain. That is to me one of the greatest guitar solos of all time. Absolutely top three, you know.
Oh yeah. I can't argue with that pick, man. That is a solid pick. Do you ever like find yourself wanting to hear just the Purple Rain solo?
Sometimes, yeah, but like I'm in there for the long haul. It's like you hear the opening chord of Purple Rain, and you're just like, well, I'm gonna be emotionally fucked for the next 6 to 8 minutes, you know? So might as well strap in and enjoy that ride.
I will sometimes, after the song's over, rewind and listen to the solo again.
Oh, I'll listen to the whole damn song again. I don't give no dams, you know? It's a
Oh, I
great
love the
ass song,
song,
you know? And
but
I
the part
can
where Prince.
understand. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
But I was just more like, for like the more like diehard sort of Prince fans in there. I get Purple Rain, like, oh, Purple Rain's like so fucking overrated, the album and stuff. I get that and I understand, but like these are good fucking songs too. And
Oh yeah.
like for those of you who only have listened to his 80s stuff, he's got another like 2, 3 decades worth of really good stuff to really dive into. And that's what I'll tell everyone, listen to the 90s Prince, listen to Prince a bit before the 80s, like his first 2, 3 albums, even the stuff in the 2000s, he was still putting out a lot of good quality music, almost on a yearly basis, which is insane. Um, and also to his estate, actually release some shit from the vault. We want to hear some unreleased stuff. So, you know,
Can't get enough, man.
exactly. Well, I mean, the previous people who were running his estate were doing a pretty good job with the, super deluxe remasters, reissues, and all that stuff. They're releasing like full on like live concerts on, CD, DVD, Blu-ray, your vinyls.
Oh
We actually
wow.
get good quality vinyl drops for Record Store Day. Now they're fucking botching that too. These new guys running the estate. So,
What, Team Brazil take it over or something?
no, couple of idiots.
Oh, that sucks.
Unfortunately.
That's
Well, that's what
unfortunate.
happens when you don't leave a will behind. So I mean, why Prince? Why? I don't know. You know, wasn't thinking properly.
You'll know when I die because I'm also not leaving a will behind. We're gonna have some just random motherfucker you never heard of. I don't even met. Somebody's never even listened to Guns N' Roses is gonna come take my spot and be sitting in this chair. The show I'm gonna make sure the show is absolutely terrible without me on it when I die. That's my goal. I'm gonna leave it to a homeless crackhead, and the only way he gets to sleep in my house after I'm gone is if he comes and does the podcast every week. with Chris Caputo.
He just comes and does this and then leaves your house.
Yeah,
This
he
is the only
can
time.
do what the fuck ever, but
Yeah,
like if he
but this,
doesn't, then he gets kicked out. Like
yeah. No
we'll put
shelter
another
unless it's
homeless,
podcast time. That's it.
we'll put another homeless crackhead in my spot. So yeah,
We're
just
gonna have
have Chris
Tyrone Biggums
Caputo.
do this podcast? Hell yeah. It's Tyrone. Y'all got some crack.
He's been away for a while, but he's back around. The goofiest crackhead in the town. He kicked his habit back in the joint, but now he's back on point. He's finally home. He's Tyrone. Can't believe I remembered that.
God
But
damn.
no, what I was gonna say about Purple Rain was that when Prince's vocals come in, that woo that part makes my hair stand up, man. I love that. It
Yeah.
gives me chills.
That too. I mean, and also like what I feel like, like what was on that album was like a live take, one shot. And like you record something that great live and just like one shot, that is insane.
That is
Um,
insane. They
and
just
if
keep
you ever
going.
see live clips of him playing it, whatever, like he never plays that solo the same way twice. There's maybe a different note, different way, a different feel every time he plays that solo live in his concerts. And that's always what I like. It's very something unique. It's like, he's putting a sort of different, slight maybe interpretation, a slight little spin here, something there. You know, that's what I like
Oh
about
yeah.
Prince. He'll put a medley with like seven different songs in there. You don't know what he's
He's
gonna do. He's
definitely
crazy like that.
he's a once in a generation kind of artist.
Oh, I say he's like the Mozart of like of our lifetime at least.
Oh yeah. Um well, my first pick, I chose Eruption by Van Halen. The perfect intro to Girl, You Really Got Me Now.
Yeah. I'm like if you don't get Eruption before you really got me, is it really Van Halen?
I know,
You
man.
know?
Like, I don't want to hear You Really Got Me if you don't play Eruption first. That's one thing I like
Yeah.
about KCMQ, our local rock radio station up here. They play Eruption. They play You Really Got Me Now a lot, but they always leave Eruption in at the front. And
Smart. It's how it's meant to be done, damn it. Bundle
that's
is one
right.
track.
It's one song from now on. What's your second pick?
Number two, this is one I kind of resonate with too. I mean, like, if we're talking more of like songs that sort of elevate like the meaning, the story, and sort of the emotion of what you're trying to get to, I think Alive by Pearl Jam, that is a great solo. And that goes on to like from the halfway point of the song, it just keeps elevating and it reaches a new level here and it keeps going and going and going and then it like peaks by the end of the song. I really love that solo, and that's probably one of, if not like my favorite Pearl Jam song. I really love that song. So, and I think that the solo, the way it goes by, really fits sort of the tone and the story of the song is also going for it too. Just erupts in the solo and just like crazy shit happens for like 2.5, 3 minutes.
Yeah. Well, the way you describe it makes me wish I were familiar with it, but I have to check it out.
Oh, Alive is a great song.
Pearl Jam. Okay. Well, my next pick is another guitar solo that just gives me feels, man. And that is Any Way You Want It by Journey. And specifically talking about the part after she said, hold on, hold, bump, bump. And then it goes, wah, 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 wah. Dude, it makes my, just thinking about it right now is giving me chills, man. Like,
Nice. It's like the outro solo or
yeah. I love that shit, man. And it just keeps going. It's another one of those that like it hits and then it keeps going. Like the vocals come back in with the backup singers doing the any way you want it. That's I don't know. Like live is also different than the CD version. Like the album version's great, but the live version way better. I really like Any Way You Want It live a whole lot better than I like it on the album. But either way, when it gets to that part of the solo, man, it makes my hair on my arm stand up. I love that solo. All right, last one. What's your final pick?
Going with more classic rock, more 70s in this one. I'm gonna go More Than a Feeling by Boston. It's a really good one too. I mean, you can pick a lot of solos from that first debut Boston album, and there's some really good stuff on there. Really good licks.
Yeah, they weren't they like kind of underground at first.
A little bit, yeah, but then like I don't know, like that debut album was like insanely just popular, and like it took them a while for them to even like match that same level because they've their release schedule is very like spaced out with Boston. Like they only
Hmm.
released like a few albums in their span. Like the last album they released was like 2015, I think.
Are they
Let me
still
double
putting out
check.
music?
Not I don't think so right now. Let me check. When was their last? Like the spacing between albums was like really sporadic. Um,
So it wasn't like AC/DC in the 70s where you were getting two a year.
no. So the first album was 76, then they followed up 78 of the second album. The third album was released in 86. They basically released and after that
Oh
like
wow.
one album a decade. It seems like 94 they released an album, 2002, 2013 was their last album.
Oh wow, they did they did like to space them out, didn't they?
Yeah, so who knows? Maybe we get a new album this decade. So
Oh well, that's interesting. No, I never knew that. More Than a Feeling by Boston. Well, my final pick is Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne. I think that's Randy Rhoads, if I'm not
that is
mistaken.
Randy Rhoads. I think anything Randy Rhoads you could easily put on a list of like greatest souls of all time. Like a great guitarist that was taken from us way too freaking soon.
Oh yeah, man. That's sad. But like I watched a video of Ozzy listening to the masters of Crazy Train, and he
Mhm.
turned everything off except for the guitar, and he just listened to the guitar stem.
Oh yeah, that was with him
And
and Jack Osborne and his son.
yeah, and even he was like, "Man, that's insane." Like the things that man could do, you know. But yeah, that's our picks. So once again, just to recap, Chris Caputo chose Purple Rain by Prince, Alive by Pearl Jam, and More Than a Feeling by Boston. I picked Eruption by Van Halen, Any Way You Want It by Journey, and Crazy Train by Ozzy Osbourne. Go over to our YouTube channel and vote right now who has the best team of the best guitar solos in this week's Fantasy Rock Draft.
Fuck
But
yeah.
speaking of guitars, let's listen to some music from another guitarist that you may have heard of if you've listened to this show. His name is
Yeah.
Slash.
And also one we would love to have included in our great guitar solo, best guitar solos list, but you know, the no GNR rule is in effect. So
Yeah, we got to do the no GNR rule because you guys will just vote for whoever says GNR. So.
yeah,
And if you
exactly.
also
Like whoever
notice,
puts November Rain, there you go.
well, if you also notice, we followed the you only get to pick the artist once rule.
hmm
So that's also an interesting rule. Makes things way more interesting because I mean, who knows?
Exactly. Yeah,
Might just end
really
up with a
gotta
whole
really
bunch of the
think, you
same
know.
people. We could probably do a whole thing on just Prince guitar solo.
Exactly. There's plenty there, man. There's plenty. That man's a fucking amazing guitarist.
With that, let's check out Read Between the Lines by Slash featuring Miles Kennedy and the Conspirators. I got to be honest, I don't think I've heard this yet, but it rocks. I'm enjoying it. I think this might be my first listen to this.
Yeah, I think I've heard this once before because I do remember like the intro, the bam, bam, near, near, wow, wow, like the guitar. I remember hearing that um before. So maybe I've heard a little bit of the song. I don't think I've heard it in a long time, to be honest, since this album came out.
What album is
But I
this?
do
Living the
remember like the
Dream?
first, this is Living the Dream. Yeah.
Okay.
So I remember hearing like the first like 30 seconds of the song. I remember seeing Slash um, on when he was on tour promoting this album. I don't know, maybe he played this live. I'd have to check that.
Hmm, that's interesting. Anyway, let's listen some more. Is this so far so good? I think as far as bands goes that we listen to on here, like when we break up people, you got Loaded, you got um Juju Hounds or whatever. Slash Miles Kennedy and Conspirators is my favorite, second only to when we do a good Guns N' Roses song.
Hmm.
I think SMKC is probably my favorite, with the exception of Guns N' Roses, or that second album of Snake Pit. One of those two. That's definitely Slash is my
Yeah.
Nombrero dose. It's got that good little punchy, what's the word I'm looking for? Rock and rollness to it,
Yeah.
with the backing vocals, timing, and everything. It's
Hmm.
pretty great. Let's listen a little more and then we'll do some lyrics.
All right.
Another thing I like about Slash, how he does little shit, like right there where he just added that little interlude where he could have just did rhythm and nobody would have
Yeah.
noticed. One of the things that makes you great.
Yeah. Little things you notice, man.
Still tonight, if I could only make you see, I would give you what you need. Still I wait for you to come around in time. Still I wait for you to read between the lines. Come on, read between the lines. It's been so long. There are times I stop to question if the commons are out of line. Is it so wrong? Longing for what can't be mentioned. You're too headstrong to give me just one try. Just one try.
All right, I can tell we're going into guitar solo territory here. So let's pause
Hmm.
for a minute before we listen to the solo. And Chris, read us the lyrics.
All right. Another offering, another open door, another effort you ignore. Storyline I push so blatantly, still you never notice me. Still I wait for you to come around in time. Still I wait for you to read between the lines. Come on, read between the lines.
Hmm.
So it sounds like it's a dude. He's like, listen, I'm just here to like fuck and want sex, but you obviously are too dumb to notice that. And you can't read between the lines of my innuendos. Like, that's to me what it
Figure it
kind of
out.
seems like, 'cause they do mention innuendo in the second verse. A subtle innuendo falls. Still deny if I can only make you see, I would give you what you need.
I mean, come on, lady.
Yeah,
Get it together.
is there that, or it's just like a very sexless marriage, and he's just like, "Are you dumb? Like, come on, man."
I would hope not. I would
Yeah,
hope
that
that's
would be
not the
pretty
case.
sad, honestly.
Yeah, who wants a sexless marriage? That's rough.
I don't know.
Oh man.
Crazy people, incels, femcells.
Ugh. Do you have song facts or anything for this one on this website?
There is a quote from Slash in an interview to Blabbermouth about this song. So he says that we started doing this one back in 2015. It was a riff I came up with that I knew was a departure from what we normally would do. I didn't know if it was gonna fly. Him and the band started playing it, but he's like, oh, the thing with these guys are so easygoing, they'll jam something very enthusiastically, even if they don't like it. So apparently, I guess Miles recommended, oh, let this be an instrumental, whatever, which Slash interpreted as basically saying, I don't have anything for this song. But Slash was very persistent. He knew it could be a really cool fucking jam, according to him. And then they revisited this like months later, I guess, when they were recording more stuff for this album. And I guess the band kind of liked it and they wrote some stuff by it. So it was something that wasn't, received well at first, but I guess took time for everyone to warm up to, it seems like.
Hmm. I mean, I can see it. It is a little more trippy than
Yeah,
what I'm used to hearing from them.
a little more slower paced.
Hmm. All right. Well, let's check out the guitar solo. It is a badass solo.
It was pretty good. I mean, that's definitely a Slash solo through and through. That's what we like about Slash. We know he's do jamming a solo. That's his shit. It's good. I like it. It's a pretty good solo.
Yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it.
All right, let's see. Let's wrap the song up. We got about 30 seconds left.
Still away for you to
There we go.
come around in time. Still wait for you to read between the lines. Come on, read between the lines. Still wait for you to come around in time. Still wait for you to read between the lines. Come on, read between the lines.
Read Between the Lines by Slash, featuring Miles Kennedy and the Conspirators.
WNBC. We forgot to do that on the
WNBC.
last episode. I was like, shit. Forgot our WNBC. Now the network's gonna find me. There goes my
I don't think that network exists anymore.
WNBC. They probably nowadays like I don't know, all what is it, iHeart and Clear Channel like basically own all the radio stations, so everything's
Yeah.
just been changed. I mean like everything's either switching to a top 40 or a shitty country format.
Well, I heard
And like,
Sirius is about to buy iHeart.
oh, what? Dude,
I've
that's
heard that
insane if
rumor.
true.
Yeah.
That
But
if that's
yeah,
true, that's insane. Because that could be like the end of like terrestrial radio. Who knows? Everything's gonna go satellite now.
I don't think everything will go satellite. I think they'll just extend their business into satellite because it wouldn't make sense to shut it down. It'd be like if I bought, let's say I own McDonald's, right?
Mhm.
But I own a super deluxe McDonald's that's like a high end and I make a lot of money. People come from miles around to my town in St. Louis or wherever I open this place. It becomes a tourist destination. That's how unique this place is. And I make so much money that I buy every Burger King ever. Would it make sense for me to shut all them down? No, I'm going to keep running. I'm going to let them keep running and making me money.
That's
It's the same
true.
premises.
So maybe we'll get less commercials than on terrestrial radio.
It'd be nice.
Would be. Maybe we get some ad-free stations or something.
I don't know, man. I've gotten so jaded about that kind of thing. What I think will probably happen is you'll just get more commercials on Sirius.
Oh yeah, so it's basically like watching a WWE show.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
company merger. Sorry guys, half you're getting laid off. Oh well.
Oh yeah, I'm glad. Listen, I already tapped out. I quit when they went to ESPN. Like I watched Mania with a VPN on Netflix, but I'm not paying that much for your shitty product. I'm sorry. It's not worth it.
No, it's just it's Adpalooza, bro. It's like so much.
And it's not that I'm gonna go just switch and start watching AEW. I'm just gonna watch some. I'll probably watch a James Bond movie or something if I want to watch
Yeah.
TV.
There's so much other shit to watch, man. Like, screw that. I'll just like start watching some other like, show or, you know, I don't know. Start watching
And
like
I
some old
found
anime or something.
nothing. I don't think anything kills a fandom for me more than having to be in that thing. Like with Guns N' Roses, I never listen to Guns N' Roses anymore. Very rarely.
I still do, but it's not like they're not like gonna be like, top like three artists for me. I'm like I'm trying to discover other new music, like I'm trying to
Not
listen to
like
like an album or two in a
before,
week of someone else's stuff.
before we started the show, like, yeah, I listened to them all the time.
Mhm.
But now I wait because I know I'm going to be listening to them on Tuesday or in Thursday. So, you know what? Driving on a Saturday morning, probably going to listen to something else. But it's the same way with wrestling, man. Since I've gotten back into wrestling now, which, by the way, check out Floating and Fighting on Show Me State Wrestling in Salem, Missouri on the next week, next Saturday. Look it up if you're in Salem, Missouri, Floating and Fighting. See your boy Blair Dior, the greatest wrestler in the Midwest, take on Burt Candy. Freaking Burt Candy. Let me tell you something about Burt Candy. All right, Burt Candy sucks. All right. He looks like Ron Jeremy and he smells like Ron Jeremy's socks after a photo shoot. Blair Dior is the greatest
Socks.
wrestler.
Don't you mean it's ball sack, maybe?
No, I mean the socks. You know which
Oh,
sock.
I see.
All
The
right,
fluffer.
let's get into read between the lines because I'm ready to go home. We just rolled. I just rolled a double 14.
God damn. All right, we do it at the same time.
You got a 14 again.
Son of a bitch.
I'm some Vegas odds, but I got a five, so you get to go first. What'd you think about Read
Um,
Between the Lines?
I like it. It's not a bad song. Is it one that I would go back to often? Here and there, maybe. I mean, it's a fine song, like on like the third album, but I think there's like I'm looking at our the database here. There's a couple other songs which I would probably put higher than this on this album. I would give it. I feel like a 3.5 would be too generous. I'm gonna go 3.25, I think, is a pretty solid rating. It's a good song. Something, if I'm like, okay, let me just throw some Slash on and this came on, I think I'd be cool with it. It's like when you go to like your like a Spotify or like the artist page, like on Spotify, Apple Music, you just press the play button and like just give me anything from this artist. I don't really care, whatever. I would probably leave this on, you know. I'd say it's solid. It's a good song. I do like the solos good. Um, yeah, I mean, I can't complain, bro. You know. I just compare it to other songs on this album that I know we haven't reviewed yet, and ones we have reviewed, and maybe I think it just sits a little bit below them.
How many songs do we have left on this album?
Um, three songs left.
Oh, wow.
Yep,
Wow, I didn't realize that.
we have three
Well,
songs left.
I'm going to say I liked that it was a little trippy. I liked that it was a little different. I don't think they all have to sound the same. In fact, I prefer them not to. That's one of my big criticisms with Slash feature Mouse Kennedy and the Conspirators. A lot of times the songs end up sounding the same. Like you can listen to five songs or four songs from four different albums and not know what album they came off of.
Hmm.
And because all the albums kind of sound alike, but I mean, that's okay. I like it when they do sound a little different. Um, I probably wouldn't seek this out but if I, like you said, was playing the Spotify shuffle or whatever and it came on, I wouldn't change the channel. I'd listen to it. And I really liked the solo too. I thought it had something really good going on there, man. And yeah, for all those reasons, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5 also. But of course, the most important question of all is what did you think? Let us know in the comment section below where you can continue the conversation on Read Between the Lines by Slash featuring Miles Kennedy and the Conspirators. And with that, what do you say, Chris? Shall we spin the wheel and find out what we're doing next week on the Guns and Radio podcast?
Hell yeah, man. Spin that wheel. Let's make the deal.
Let's make it happen. Let's make that wheel spin. That'll be nice if I turn the volume up. There we go.
Driving Rain, Slash.
Oh,
Now we got some more
wow.
Slash.
It was funny because I was just mentioning this is one of those songs that I really prefer, so I'm looking forward to this. We're going back to Living the Dream, Driving Rain. I'm looking forward to reviewing this one. This is probably one of the better songs on this album that I really like. I remember hearing this one live, seeing Slash and then promote for this album, and this was really cool hearing this one live. So,
And so this is off of Living the Dream also?
yes,
Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. Yeah, well, come on back on Tuesday. We're going to check out, what was it, Driving Rain?
Driving Rain. I'm looking forward to it, man. This is a good
Driving
song.
Rain.
I think you would like it, and I know a lot of these other our listeners would like it too as well. So,
I'll be looking forward to it because this is another one I'm not familiar with just based on the title. And yeah, so I'll be looking forward to checking it out. But we hope you'll join us then and yeah, all that fun shit. But until then, I'm Dustin Bones.
and I'm Chris Caputo. We'll see you guys next week. More Guns in Radio goodness every Tuesday, every Thursday. We be here on YouTube. Till then, guys, enjoy the weekend. Stay safe. Peace.